Good morning, everyone. This is Grooves and Gratitude Day 3. Let's see if we can make it through our 28-day goal. I'm Andrew, and I'm an alcoholic and an addict.
Hi, I'm Jeannie. I'm an alcoholic and addict.
And for the month of June, we're trying to strengthen our own recovery and our own relationship as a married couple and as best friends by working on this recovery together. We're bringing together readings from 12-step literature and popular songs. And at the end of this, we'll have a really amazing Grooves and Gratitude playlist. So when I found out, not until I got into the 12-step movement and into the rooms, that I had a disease and that the American Medical Association even said it was a disease, that helped me understand things so much better. And that's not saying, well, at some point talk about steps 4 and 5. We're not doing it in this first series. Some things were still my fault, but I made mistakes. I'm an addict who did some really bad things, but I'm not inherently a bad person, immoral. I'm not just total trash as a human being because I suffer from the disease of addiction. And Jeannie, I think you had a similar revelation at some point in your journey when you realized that you had a disease.
Right. That was my turning point in recovery. Was in an IOP. That means, an intensive outpatient rehab type program. And for me to finally realize that it was a disease, I couldn't outthink it. I couldn't, read a book and figure out how to overcome it. But it was a disease. And so that was very helpful for me to read the doctor's opinion and learn that.
So the 12 steps are a treatment modality for this disease of alcoholism as addiction. It's progressive. It's a fatal disease. And we say in the rooms that inevitabilities include jails, institutions, and death, or living under the bridge. And one of our favorite rock bands of all time, the Red Hot Chili Peppers, multiple members of that group have struggled with addictions, spoke openly about it, and they have this great song we're going to drop in the comments later called "Under the Bridge." How does that chorus go, Jeannie?
Yeah, I don't ever want to feel that way like I did that day. Take me to the place I love. Take me all the way.
So we're going to drop "Under the Bridge." You've all have heard it before. The links to it in the.
I did a really bad job.
It's okay. You want to do it?
Lyrics,
do you want to do it again? I don't ever want to feel like I did that day. Take me to the place I love.
Take me all the way. The lyrics go on, and they're talking about him being under the bridge, and he shares that was about going there and doing heroin, and that was where you see a lot of homeless people, and a lot of people end up in jail due to drugs, and they're being addicted. It's definitely a disease, and treating them with punishment is not always the answer. It really should be more that we should be helping these people. And we understand that, and we get that because we are addicts. And if you listen to what the medical profession and psychiatrists have come up with on this, it is a disease.
Yeah, when we see people under the bridge or on the side of the highway flying a sign, we donate. I always carry ones with me. We actually met somebody yesterday, asked us straight up for a 20, and I said, no, I'm going to give you a 1. You have to get the 19 from another generous person. Jeannie's going to read, but we have a compassion and harm reduction approach when we encounter people that are living that way, and we support groups and we participate in groups, mutual aid and harm reduction groups that take that approach. Jeannie's going to read just a paragraph out of the doctor's opinion.
That's at the very beginning of the book. We believe, and so suggest a few years ago, that the action of alcohol in these chronic alcoholics is a manifestation of an allergy, that the phenomenon of craving is limited to this class and never occurs in the average temperate drinker. These allergic types can never safely use alcohol in any form at all. And once having formed the habit, found they cannot break it. Once having lost their self-confidence, their reliance upon things human, their problems pile up on them and become astonishingly difficult to solve.
Let's swirl that around again, and I'm just going to read a couple of lines out of that again. The action of alcohol on these chronic alcoholics is a manifestation of an allergy, the phenomenon of craving is limited to this group and never occurs in the average drinker. These allergic types can never safely use alcohol in any form at all. And once having formed the habit and found they cannot break it, once having lost their self-confidence, their reliance upon things human, their problems pile up on them and become astonishingly difficult to solve. I just say a few words that jump out at us now. So we do a kind of a Lectio Divina practice on our short readings on this little live stream we're doing. So we're just going to meditate on this text for a minute and call out words that speak to us.
Craving.
Chronic.
Allergy.
Phenomenon of craving.
Cannot break.
Lost their self-confidence.
Reliance.
Astonishingly difficult.
Chronic.
Allergic. Phenomenon.
Craving.
If you are a person who believes that you have a problem with drugs and alcohol, if you think you might have this disease of addiction, you are welcome out to reach out to Jeannie and I on whatever platform you saw this video. Also, the internet is filled with resources for people who are seeking help. And if you're already in recovery and you found us doing this journey, we're going to try to do it every day. I'm going to be on the road starting tomorrow, not tomorrow, the next day. And so we're going to be using our phones, and we haven't tested the technology on that. So we'll see. But we're definitely going to be here at the computer again tomorrow morning on June 4th. Thank you for listening, whether you watched it live or on the recording. I'm Andrew.
And I'm Jeannie.
And we'll hope to see you tomorrow.